Hey guys, Joan here from TeamBurningInfinitey. Bring you guys my Superheroine deck profile. It's been a little while since I really talked about this deck, but without further ado, I'm just gonna get onto the list. If you can't see from the overview, I'm gonna go over everything. Right here, we have 3 copies of Uniform Warrior Sailor Frills, a 3/1/3 size 1, with the ability to discard a Superheroine in order to rest a size 2 or less or an item on my opponent's field. Counter, it's a counteract, can only be used once per turn. Then we have Familiar Plitz, 4 of, 2/1/2 size 1 with the ability, first he has a call cost to pay 1 gauge, and he has the ability when he enters the field, you can search a Superheroine card or a Bandage Warrior Mass Vantage from your deck to your hand. Really great search card, just, it's only got the mascot attribute, so it's not, you can't return it with Vantage or anything, you can't grab back with, Tears Don't Suit a Maiden, but it's still a really important and key card. We have 4 copies of the Buddy, 2/1 size 1 Racer, Uniform Warrior Racer Frill. It has the ability when it enters the field, if there's another superheroine on your field, you get to draw a card. It has move. It's really nice with Vantage. It's just a really easy monster to call, so that's why I choose the Buddy, and it's in my opinion, the best looking one. Then for the last of the size ones, we have 4 copies of Uniform Warrior Military Frill, 4/2/1 size 1 with the ability, if there's another superhero on your field, it gets an extra crit, so it becomes a 4/3/1. It's really nice. Then we have size 2s. We have 3 copies of Uniform Warrior Formal Frill, 6/2/2 size 2 with the pay 1 gauge call cost and the ability, if there's a superheroine on your field, it gets double attack, and then if there's a superhero on your field, it gets penetrate. All superheroes get penetrate. So this gets double attack if there's a superhero, and all superheroes get penetrate if there's a superhero. It's really nice card. It's basically the Blade Wing Phoenix. It's got all of them have low defense, so they're easy to counter move. But they're still really nice monsters. Then we have 4 copies of Uniform Warrior Blazer Frill, 6/2/2 size 2 with the move and ability when it destroys an opponent's monster by an attack, you can put the top card of your deck into the gauge. It also has it's really nice with Vantage, of course, and of course right here we have Bandage Warrior Mass Vantage. Mass Vantage is 7/6 size 3. Call cost is pay 2 gauge. Still never called it a day in my life, and I still never will. Transform cost of 1 gauge, and during it, at the end of your turn, if it turns to your hand, and at the end of during an attack on your opponent's turn on the superheroine, you can pay its transform cost and return the superheroine to your hand. It's really nice for defense. It's the main weapon. I don't play any backups because I think with Plitz and just the consistency of the deck with drawing with also just Racer Frill on the side. Like I've literally recently at our local tournament I got second to Dev who went undefeated with Shadow Shade. And, I don't have any complaints when playing the deck because I drew Vantage or a way to get Vantage every single game. It was pretty easy. Familiar Plitz, Vantage, or just drawing into it eventually. Turn 3 was the latest I ever saw Vantage. So, I have nothing to complain about. We have then on to the spells, we have 2 copies of That's a Shell Shot, counter destroy monster, with 5,000 or less power. There's a pay 1 gauge cast cost. It's just really nice counter removal for the deck. We have 3 copies of I'm a Rose Who Cuts Down Evil. You can only cast it if you have a Vantage on your field, and it has a pay 1 gauge cast cost. Give +2/+2 counter attack and stand it up and give it an extra crit. It's really nice for defense and offense, but I just usually don't see myself running 4 of it because yes, it's good offensively and defensively, but it starts eating at my gauge a lot, and I only run 3 hyper energy and then 4, and yeah, Blazer Frill's a thing, but I mean, regardless, I'd rather use my gauge for other things in the deck than just the occasional 8k defense could be great for counterattack against both things like Sun Dragons, Link attacking. Zwei's got definitely easily can hit Vantage. Decks are getting more power, so Guardians don't really particularly have a horrible time because of Elixial hitting Vantage. So I just don't feel the need to run 4. 3 copies of Hyper Energy. Hyper Energy is just top 4 cards of your deck into the gauge. You can only have 1 Hyper Energy per turn. Just simple like that. Then we have 4 copies of Tears Don't Suit a Maiden. I have still never done the second effect, but the second effect is a Drago Energy for Superheroines, +3/+3 counterattack during a battle. And then the first one, where it's basically an armor reuse, but you gain a life. You gain a life, add a Superheroine for your drops onto your hand. I always use that ability because it's the most useful one. It's really handy for getting back your Superheroines really quickly. 4 copies of Sarah Barrier. You can only cast it if you have a superhero in your field. Either you nullify an attack, or it's a Dragon Barrier for superheroines. If a superhero would leave the field, then it stays on field, but it's still destroyed. 4 copies of Ice Your Moves. If you have an open center, nullify the attack. Battle or Circle Clone. We all know this. 2 copies of Blazer. You need a Mass Vantage equipped and a superheroine on your field. You pay 2 gauge, and you stand a superheroine and give it +2 crit, and the attack can't be nullified. It basically turns one of your superheroines into a impact monster itself. So it's not terrible. I've been testing it. It's okay. It's nice. I could bump it down to a 1-of, but I do like seeing it at 2. There have been plenty of times where I do have military frill for another superheroine, and then I go for 5 unblockable damage for 2 gauge. So that's pretty great. There are times where it's just like any other superheroines other than Sailor Frill, like just being 2 crit, so then it's just 4 damage unblockable for 2 gauge, so it's practically like a Gargantua. And it doesn't matter if you, and then the nice thing is, like, say you have something like Former Frill, so then if you have another superheroine, it has Penetrate. If you have a superhero, since it's not the end of your turn yet, so Vantage won't go back yet, you can keep Penetrate and then go in with this, or there have been times, like, very few scenarios, because not many decks are center-based, but when they do have a center and then I have enough power, I can use Military Frill to attack the center and then Penetrate because 4 Frill's on the field with another, like, with Vantage and 5 crit Penetrate. Yay. Anyway, I was overcomplicating that. Then we have 2 copies of Mass Vantage, Gorgeous Body, what was it? Lavish Body, Gorgeous Mask. It has a cow cost pay 2 gauge and return either an item or a monster to your hand. And whenever it's destroyed, you can ride or transform without a card from your hand without paying its ride or transform cost. It's mandatory. I worded it where it's not, but no, it's mandatory. Regardless, it's 7/3/6. It's another Vantage, so it's great with the I'm the Rose Who Cuts Down Evil. It's just a really nice card. It's just like both of these are just really good impacts that I just couldn't pass up playing in a deck, because this just helps like if I just have the 2 gauge, it helps me just to say, oh, okay, I'll just pay 2 gauge, get some more damage in, and then I can still, it has move, so it also I almost forgot, it has move, so it's 6k body with move, and then you just move it to the center, dies, bring out the regular Vantage, and then now they have to deal with 6k defense again. It's just really, really nice. Anyway, hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to TeamBurningInfinitey for more Buddyfight content, and I'll see you guys later. Jalen from TeamBurningInfinitey going out.